Ice Cream Conversation. Ice Cream Conversation. Let's go. Forever on the grind all day, every day. Ice Cream Convos, always real, they never play. Download the podcast, listen on any day. Why didn't I do this sooner? Only thing you ever say. Xaviera, best host of all time. All of the faithful listeners will say they never lie. Check every story they run, like me with the rhymes. When other shows report anything, it should be a crime. Entertainment news, yeah, I gotta get mine from ICC, and you should be inclined to do the same if you got half a mind. I do co-sign this lady to shine like Frankenstein. Cut it today design. IceCreamConvos.com. Tune in, yeah. This influence by IceCreamConvos.com.
Welcome to the Ice Cream Convos Podcast, where we serve delicious scoops of entertainment and celebrity news. I am your host, Xaviera.
And I'm your co-host, Karla.
And welcome to episode 353. Now, Karla, quiet as kept.
353.
I don't know if these numbers are right.
So you know what? Excuse me. Because why does 353 sound so familiar? I heard you say it, and I'm like, I don't know, though.
No. Okay. So here's what happened. Okay. So listen, first things first. Happy anniversary, Karla.
OMG.
Happy anniversary. So for those of you who are listening, this Friday, October 8th, will officially mark the 11th anniversary of Ice Cream Conversations.
Ooh.
So, so happy anniversary. Yeah. And it's funny because when we first started, we started out on Block Talk Radio. But we did mad episodes over there. We did mad episodes.
We did.
We put in work. We interviewed some of your faves.
Yes.
Some of your faves are no longer our faves after we interviewed them. It was a good time.
Oh, yeah. Great time. That was great times. Mm-hmm. Great time.
So by the time we transitioned over to Spreaker, we were like in the 200 area or something like that. And then at one point I was like, I ain't trying to keep up with these numbers. Let's start fresh with 300.
And run it. Yeah. And we just going to roll with it. Yeah.
We just going to roll with it.
And this thing for so long, it don't matter what the number is, honestly.
Listen, Karla, we've been podcasting. So listen, Karla, first of all, y'all gonna put some respect on our names.
Okay. Yeah.
Because me and Karla was in this thing before y'all even started calling it podcasting. N-words was calling it internet radio when we got in the game.
Yes. That is so funny. Because I remember like when we first started and like, you telling people about it, you're trying to promote the show and you're telling them stuff and they're like, podcast? What's a podcast? And I'm like, oh, internet radio. Yeah, You're right. That's exactly, wow. Thanks, Zav.
Yeah, we've been in this thing. I've been in this game for years. It's made me an animal. It's rules to this. A step-by-step booklet for you to get.
No cap.
I don't play because y'all know I always wanted to be a rapper. My bars just come and go though. My bars.
Sorry, them ad-libs be tight though.
They do be tight. So listen. Yes. I completed my swim class. I officially know how to swim.
Awesome. Girl, you better get it. I don't hear no excuses.
No, but my GPS be off.
What you mean?
So, no. I know how to swim, but my GPS be off. Karla, I will start swimming. Mm-hmm. And just for some reason, when I swim, I can't swim in a straight line. I cut diagonal. And so I started swimming. My instructor was so proud of me. She's just standing next to me like, yes, go. And I swam right into the wall. I'm like, sis, you just going to let me swim into the wall in front of all these people? Swam dead into the wall.
You got to learn. That's what she tried to. But that's all right. That come with swimming over and over and over and over again. That's all. Yes. That happened to everybody. Believe me.
So I'm so proud of you. I am too. I really, really am. So if you do not follow me on Instagram, I am Mrs. Zavi B, and I am on Instagram. And if you go to my Instagram, you can see video of me swimming. The first time but let me just tell you this real quick, and then we'll quickly move on. The night before my last class, because initially she had us swimming like with the little the little noodle around our waist, right?
Okay.
The night before my final swim class, I dreamed, or I should say dreamt, I guess, but I'm in the hood. I dreamed that I was swimming with my face underwater and I was swimming unattended. And that I swam so much better than trying to keep my face up, having a noodle around my waist and all that.
Okay.
So when I got to class, I told my instructor, I said, okay, so last night I had a dream that I was doing XYZ. I said, do you mind if I kind of like just try to go for it? And she was looking like, shit, if you got your insurance plan up to date, then go ahead, forehead. So I stood there and I counted off, said a few Hail Marys and some prayer. Listen, I prayed to Jesus, Buddha, Hail Mary, the many saints of Newark. I prayed to everybody. I prayed to everybody before I jumped in that water and took off. And
man, listen.
I did it, but I did it. And it was so liberating. I can't even, it's almost like just freeing yourself of something. I don't know how to explain it, but
bruh. No, that you know what though? That says a lot. Cause like that, you're like an inspiration to me. Because a lot of people think I think that when you get to a certain age or whatever, that you can't do certain things. And swimming is one of those things that honestly, when you think swim lessons, you think of childhood. You think that's something that you know, that's what you get to. But like for you to go out there and tackle that, especially since, you know, our culture, our race is like 3 times more likely to drown. And we don't,
Absolutely.
You know, I'm like proud of you. Like that's so important. That's inspiring. Seriously. It's so many people, I think that, at our age, we ain't gonna put it out there, but our age and even younger, I think adults that never learned how to swim are afraid to swim. So you conquer like your fear. That's why it's so liberating.
Man, let me tell you something. After I swam into that wall and cracked my forehead a little bit, I got up out that water. I was like, yo, I swam.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to work on that with the wall. But that's a wake up. You know, once you do that, you'll never do it again. Believe
Let me tell you something. I was walking back to that locker room like, my girlfriend may be 45, but she's still alive. I was like, I'm swimming. All I need in this life is me and my girlfriend. You couldn't tell me nothing.
Hey, listen,
nothing.
You deserve all of it, to feel all of that.
Yes. Oh, snap. I done told people to go to my Instagram to look at me swimming. Y'all, I don't even know if it's going to be an Instagram. Y'all, Instagram and Facebook been down since this morning.
Wow.
And let me tell y'all, girl.
That shows you I'm so out of loop. Since this morning, I heard it was down because I got a phone call from my mom snapping about not being able to get on Instagram. Since this morning, though?
This morning.
This is major. That's major.
And we are recording at 5:30 in the evening on a Monday.
That's major.
It's been down since this morning. The only things I were able to post was my good morning post. And I got my post out about Chica. We'll talk about that shortly. And then, but let me tell you what happened. What was wild weird. I couldn't get into Instagram. My website locked up.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't get... All of it happened at one time. So, of course, you go to the first line of fire. You go over there and you start whacking on your Wi-Fi connection, your router, right? The router catches all the smoke.
It does.
So I go over to the router.
Like the rebound boyfriend.
All the time. And I'm like, yo, what is you doing? Why are you acting stupid? I connected my HDMI cable. I got off of Wi-Fi. Still couldn't get anything. My site finally came back up. So I'm like, okay, router, thank you for stop acting stupid. And then when I tried to go back into Instagram, nothing. Facebook, nothing. So what do black people and all human beings on God's green earth do when Instagram and Facebook don't work?
Scurry over to Twitter.
We scurry over to Twitter because we peek in.
Straight Cupid shuffle.
Yo, to the left, to the left, to the left. Now kick.
Yes, all day.
Now retweet by yourself. Now retweet by yourself. Child,
people migrate and organize.
Listen,
I'm sure that was very bad. That was swift.
Listen, the migration was so ill that Facebook literally, Twitter literally said, "Hey, everybody."
Loving every bit of it. Loving every bit of it.
To everybody.
Welcome.
Yes. To everybody.
This is just what we needed.
I was like, oh my gosh. And then of course, you get the uppity Twitter people that's like,
go back to where you came from.
Go back to from where you came.
Stop playing. Stop,
Look, here
y'all.
they come, y'all. Here they come. No, it was like,
yo.
Here they come. Here they come, yo. Here they come. Exactly.
Wow,
So you got all.
Wow. We gonna stay divided now, ain't we? Goodness gracious.
Okay, so I know that I have a slight addiction of social media, but I cover it, I cloak it with my work because my work is heavily tied into social media. I share my content there. I get content from there. I interact with my audience there. It is like my one-stop shop. But I always say never build your house on someone else's land.
Yes, you do.
So the best tweet that came out of all of this. Let me read this tweet for you. The best tweet that came out of all of this. Hold on, let me find it.
I can't even believe. I would love to be a fly on the wall in like the Twitter office. I would just love to just see like when it first went down, just how everyone in the office of Twitter was like when they got the news.
Okay, but while I'm pulling up this tweet, I would like to go on record and say that this whole outage is wild weird. And the reason why I'm going to say this outage is wild weird, because if you watch 60 Minutes, you know that there was a former Facebook employee on 60 Minutes last night who rang the alarm on Facebook and their culture over there. And and this lady's name is Frances Haugen. Okay. She was on 60 Minutes. She talked about how there were a lot of internal conflict over at Facebook about what's good for the people or what's good for Facebook. Now, I didn't watch the whole expose, but from what I hear in the streets of Twitter where I now live, because Facebook and Instagram is down, this lady, she told it. So what's the irony that the very next day, these sites go down, right?
Yeah.
For a long period of time. It is not like absurd, or it's not some wild type of thing for social media pages to go down. It happens all the time.
But not this long.
But not this long. Is it me?
Only thing
and my best
is Sony PlayStation Network. Shout out to Sony, because y'all get us about every 90 days. I might need my segment because they might ban my ass.
Shout out to Sony for going down every 90 days, right? But is it me? Because now I'm in my conspiracy theory bag. I'm in a couple of bags right now because of this social media outage. But wait. It's Facebook. It's Instagram, and it's WhatsApp. And I know
everything that Facebook owns.
Yes, but for me, I know a lot of people connect with their families using WhatsApp.
My family does. That's how we connect with my family back in Jamaica.
So that's another level of stress in this situation, because it's not just about retweeting memes and GIFs and all that. People actually use these as a way of connecting with their family, but
that's also a lesson to us. We
do better.
This stuff at any time. You always got to have a plan
B, C,
you do.
There it is.
Especially when it comes to like as far as communicating with your loved ones, you always got to have that planned out.
Absolutely. But in my best funky Dineva voice, is it me, or does this major outage of Facebook and Instagram, the fact that it's down for so long, does this feel like a clean sweep?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Dumping the drives.
That's a good question.
Cleaning up a real bad, nasty
so
spill.
Many things because you're talking about Facebook, and I just think about like how many people has Facebook really pissed off? Like it gets so sticky, but it is a coincidence that story was on 60 Minutes. That's very, very ironic. And then, it goes down. And like you said, the one thing you pointed out is going down for this period of time. I've never seen it. I don't think since Facebook's been up. No. Facebook's been up since what, like?
At least over 10 years.
Four.
Definitely over 10 years. Back when I was singing. And that was
Like 06, 05, 06?
Oh, 04, like between 04 and 06. Because I released an album in 04 and I released one in 06.
Okay.
And I was promoting on Facebook. But that was back when you were only allowed to be a college student or a musician in order to get on the site.
Okay.
So I came in as a musician because I ain't never been enrolled in nobody's university.
And see, Twitter was actually my very first social media outlet ever. It was my first.
But shout out to Twitter because that's how we met.
Yes, I know. Yes, right? Almost forget. Child, yes. But shout out to Twitter, for real.
Shout out to Twitter.
The new home where everybody now must roam.
Listen.
Them Instagram and Facebook streets is...
So
it'll be up soon. Gotta be. Is it up?
No, it's not. Sarah sent me a tweet that she came across, and it said, so someone deleted large sections of the routing. That doesn't mean Facebook is just down. From the looks of it, that means Facebook is gone. Let me tell y'all something.
Wow.
I don't ask the Lord for a lot of things, but I'm going to ask the Lord to restore Facebook for a number of reasons. And Karla will understand those reasons.
Absolutely. It'll be back.
I need the Lord to restore Facebook because I know that Facebook just can't go by the wayside because they employ too many people. Yeah. They make too much money.
That's what I'm saying. It's in it.
All I know is when I wake up in the morning, that shit better be up. I better see thumbs, sad faces, happy faces, shocked faces.
Listen, you have people that are not going to go. You have people that are not going to go home to see their children and their wives tonight to get Facebook back up and running. That are not going to eat, not going to sleep. Believe me.
All I know, Black Jesus, if you can hear me, Black Jesus with hair like wool and feet of bronze. I need Facebook back. That is where my audience is. I need Facebook.
Back. And some of y'all out there going through it, I understand it, but just find something. Just remember what you used to do before Facebook. Try to. Not you. Your situation is different. I'm just saying, because you got some people right out here skitzing. I'm sure, like bugging out, like
because they can't update about their cats and dogs.
Yeah,
they can't like a picture right now. They losing their shit.
That's where I was going to go with it, but I'm trying to be nice. You got some real people losing their shit right now. Listen,
they can't ask for the Facebook family to send up prayers for them, but they don't want to tell them why.
Send up prayers for the kids tonight. It's a lot of kids going to catch hell tonight.
Pray for the babies.
I go on Facebook. Ooh. No, I can't cook dinner. But no, in all serious note, I truly believe it may be back up before tomorrow morning, but definitely by tomorrow morning.
I hope so. Listen, Black Jesus, I hope so.
Yeah,
it's me, you, back. Black Jesus, and Facebook. My audience don't know, and it's so funny. I joke about it. But my audience literally acts as if they do not know how to find me without Facebook.
Well, now they will. Until tomorrow morning. Now they will until tomorrow morning. Seriously. I'm telling you, when this is all said and you're going to sit back and be like, okay, I get it. I get why it happened. It's coming back. It's coming back.
I envy all the people who don't care about social media right now. I do. I envy them. Who don't give a damn? You know, people like you. You see me looking at you, don't you? You see me looking at you. I envy your ass.
I care.
You only care because of me?
Ice Cream Convos. Yeah.
That's it.
No, not just that too. Now, honestly, if like when I'm thinking about all right, let's say it went on for a long period of time, then I do become concerned because I actually use it still to contact with like some parents, some family members that I don't always have the phone numbers of and stuff. So, I mean, it's not that,
As soon as we get done this podcast, I'm going to get a drink. Excuse me.
Yeah, I ain't mad at you, though. It'll be back. I'm telling you, Zav.
All right, well, let me tell you what happened on Twitter, which is still up and running and operating. Karla, are you familiar with Chica?
Chica, no. Heard of the name? Rapper?
Yep. Yes, that Chica. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Chica is a Grammy Award nominated, not Grammy Award, but Grammy nominated rapper. And she's also dabbled her feet into a little bit of acting. She was in Project Power on Netflix with Jamie Foxx. Did you get a chance to see Project Power?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
So she was in Project Power. She had a small yet mighty role in the film. But Chica often gets sometimes provoked, oftentimes unprovoked attacks on social media.
Okay.
Everything from her weight to her complexion to her career, to her appearance. People try to tell her she's ugly or she's this or she's that. And a lot of times it's men who attack her. And
be the worst. That's terrible.
It is. But on the flip side, because I have to paint a full picture here. Chica is so wildly and grossly talented, right?
Okay.
But every time she comes across my radar, it is because she is either beefing with somebody, blasting somebody.
Oh, like Azalea Banks?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Boom. Boom.
Okay.
Excuse me.
And it's such a shame too when you see like when they're really talented like that, and that's the way you get introduced.
Absolutely. So in most cases, it's always something. I personally like her because even in the midst of her dragging people or going in or for whatever reason, she's some people have described her as mean-spirited, but I don't think she's as hateful as Azalea comes across.
Okay.
She's more or less like if somebody wrongs her, she about to give you all the smoke. That's pretty much how it goes down, right?
Okay.
So I logged into Twitter this morning as I was starting my day. I go through each social media channel to see what's trending and what people are talking about. And I saw that Chica was trending. So in full disclosure, full transparency, all honesty, I thought it was something bad. And I'm saying bad. Like I don't know why, but I just automatically got this nervous, scared anxiety type of feeling when I saw her trending, and I'm like, Lord, please don't let nothing had happened to her. I don't know why that's immediately where I went, but there have been instances in the past where she has admitted to having suicidal thoughts and things of that nature. That's I immediately felt alarmed is the word I want, right? I immediately felt alarmed, went in. And, of course, it was some of the usual. Some people attacking Chica and her clapping back and dragging folks. Now, let me tell you something. That girl can drag.
Can she? Oh, she got a tongue. She got a tongue like a razor.
Oh, she nice. She nice with it. That's why she's so lyrically savvy, right? But where she hit a brick wall was people. Now, keep in mind, people were verbally attacking her in the streets of Twitter. Mm-hmm. She was clapping back by dragging their kids.
No. Yeah, I don't like that. Kids are always a no. Kids are always off limits. Always.
Well, the street code is women and no women or children, right?
Yeah, but the women part been gone. Like,
okay, the women part been gone.
Yeah,
but now the kids. So in one picture, in one tweet, this guy said something like she looked like a big fat bee, blah 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 blah. And Chica responded and said, it's funny because the photo that he used of her, it was a picture of her and her dog. And she said, it's funny that you used a picture of me and my dog and you have a photo of you and your dog as your profile picture. So I was like, huh? So I go to his picture and zoom in and it's him and his daughter. Probably about 2, 3, 4 years old.
Oh my gosh. Why does she do that? That's like... Go ahead.
So then someone else said something to her, but I missed what was said to her because that person deleted their tweet. After Chica responded by posting a photo of her daughter next to a skeleton and wrote Happy Halloween. It was bad. It was just bad.
Are you serious?
But I was more surprised at the reaction of the adults, especially a lot of our ICC readers. Some of them, of course, on Twitter, they were like, yo, Chica, you out of line. As a matter of fact, let me just pull up a few of these tweets.
I just can't believe this is where we're at now.
This is where we
are. An innocent child. You got to be a real piece, like a low piece of shit. Like, just to talk about a child. She's not a mom. Is she a mom?
No, she's not a mom. And I think the woman that she clapped back on, the daughter with the skeleton, I think that woman said something about her not being a mom. Okay. But basically, some of the tweets, she did post some Michael Jordan meme that said, fuck them kids. So she don't care about talking about the kids.
Yeah, she sounds like a bitter soul.
And one tweeter said, people bully Chica and Chica seems like a mean-spirited person. Two things can be true, which I totally agree with. And my question was, well, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Did she become mean-spirited as a result of being bullied? Or is she often bullied because she's so mean-spirited?
I don't. And that's a good question. I mean, just being from personal experience, because I have been bullied at one time or another in my life as a child. I think that's bullshit. I think like she been a mean-spirited person, especially when you go as far as to call a baby a dog. That's in you, period. That doesn't come from. I mean, yeah, I guess you can say if you're bullied, some people may bully. We see that too. But I just the things that I'm hearing just sounds like she had a mean spirit, and maybe she was bullied because of your mean ass spirit.
Yeah, and I think that the person that she is now is a result of whatever she has endured. This tweet right here, pretty much, I was like, yes. You ever read a tweet and you be like, yes. The tweet reads, I don't think Chica understands how some of her own comments can be rooted in anti-blackness, comparing a dark-skinned child to a skeleton, but claiming that you understand what it feels like to face colorism. It's just giving cognitive dissonance. I don't know why I can't say that word at this point. And the thing is, the only thing I could put in this post. The only thing I could put in this post at this point was hurt people.
Yeah. But still, like, once you hurt a child, it's just a whole different level. I feel like your spirit's just ugly. Like, I bet you if you talk to some of her people back in the day, they say her ass was always mean. And
one person pointed out,
because everyone's trauma doesn't make people, I don't believe in it. I do know some, but in this case, I feel like I don't know.
Well, one tweeter pointed out, they said, listen, I roast MFers all day long, but I never say anything about kids.
Exactly.
This tweet summed it up, and I think this is where we're going to close out on this, because I already knew where you was going to stand on this, but I was really, really surprised at the amount of, to me, and I don't know if I was just in, I know that's right, Twitter, because you know it's different sectors of Twitter. The tweets that I saw basically were saying like, yo, this is wrong. Like, this is unacceptable. And you don't deserve to be attacked, but you can't go after kids either.
Exactly.
On our social media pages. Well, you say what you get what you get. Don't post your kids then. And I'm like, people. Are y'all serious?
They're miserable.
Yeah. What?
Souls. Yeah.
What? You could say whatever you want about me. But it's a different level of engagement when you bring my children into it.
You got a real special place. But see, people think when they say something about your kid,
that's the deepest level.
Yeah, yeah. And at the end of the day, you are the one that controls how you react. So that's the thing.
See, this is why I can't fight with people, and I can't be cyber banging and keyboard bullying and all that. Because if the end result of whatever transpires between us in the streets of social media, if I don't have the option of putting hands on you in real life at the very end, I'm not going to do the back and forth in the engagement. But so that takes me back to Instagram and Facebook being down. Somebody said, damn, Instagram went down in the middle of an argument. Now the other person going to think they won. They said they was in the middle of an argument and Instagram went down. Now the other person gonna think they won. But yeah, so I already knew, just based off of the person that you are and your moral compass, I already knew how you felt about this. But yeah, I just wanted to just put that out there, like, y'all, like, just go in, talk about somebody from their roots to their toots.
But she wants to hurt, like you said, hurt people, and that's the ultimate. A child and a dead parent are like the ultimate. I don't know how many times I heard, that's why your dad did.
Girl.
And like, I mean, so I've even heard stuff about my son. So, I mean, people do that to cut deep.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
That's all it is. And hurt people.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, one ICCer who got blocked this morning accused me of... R.I.P. Accused me of condoning Chica's behavior because I said hurt people. And I started to write back, and at some point I just wrote back and said, I'm a cash out. Because if you think me saying hurt people,
they don't,
is me condoning or pacifying her behavior, then you're not ready for a conversation with me.
But you're not. That's that trolling stuff. That's clear. Like, that's not even something that you can misinterpret or think that it's like, you know what I figured out on social media? People are like, you know how you got a husband, you know how you sit back and JB, you ever like be mad at him? So no matter what he says out of his mouth, you're going to dissect it and you're going to make it. I do it all the time with Karla.
Oh, yes, girl.
No, you know what? So it's the same thing. Like with that's what trolls like set out to. That person had already set out to try to break that down anyway, child. That's you know, they live in a special place.
Yeah. So can we stick to the G code? Women and children are off limits.
Yeah, please.
And someone said, well, she's a woman. He went after the woman, so she went after the children. I'm like, y'all, still, come on, man.
Yeah,
listen.
that's that trying to rationalize bullshit. Listen,
I don't understand why people don't log off. Just log off, son.
They can't. It's like a drug. I'm telling you, they just have to say something.
I mean, you see celebrities and people, not even just celebrities, but people on social media crying and blacking out. And what y'all not going to do is say this, that, and the third about me and mine.
Why you care?
Log off.
That's it. That's it.
Just log off.
Yep. It's deep.
It's like one click and it just shut the whole thing
down.
Okay. All right. So with that being said, a part of me hurts for Chica because some of the things that people say to her and some of the things that are said to her are like, they're brutal. They are very brutal. But at the same time, it's like, it's hard to feel sorry for someone who
log out.
She said, when they go low, I go to hell, is what she said.
And she's so dark. She's dark.
That's the spirit. That's the energy of a mean-spirited person.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. All right. You answered my question for me.
Man,
I guess nothing left to discuss.
We're going to pray.
Here.
You still got to pray for it, though, because at the end of the day, like you said, like I don't wish anybody, what Charlamagne always say, like I wish people healing.
Yeah.
That's facts. Like,
yeah. It's unfortunate, but pray for Chica, because pray that people treat her with the respect that she deserves, and pray that she gives out the respect that she seeks.
Yep, she got to earn it.
Yeah. Oh, nice. I like that. That's a nice little wrap up.
All
right, so let's go ahead and take a break right here. When we come back, I want to talk about Honey Boo Boo's Boo.
Wow.
I want to talk about our unconventional relationship. Unconventional marriages. Yes. Unconventional entanglements. A little later, I want to get into this Barry Washington Jr. story. I kind of want to save that for the end because it's so heavy. And then I got a few other little things we'll trickle and sprinkle in there because I want to talk about Little Fizz apologizing to Omarion, child.
Yeah, that's.
All right. So let's go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, we will be getting into all of this. So in the meantime, thank you so much for listening, and go get you some water, take a potty break, whatever it is you need to do, and we'll be right back. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are back, Karla. So I'm going to talk real quick about Honey Boo Boo's Boo. Girl, did you see Honey Boo Boo's man?
Honey Boo Boo's Boo. Yes, I did.
He's 20 years old.
Yeah. I was... Well, how old is Honey Boo Boo?
16.
Okay.
16.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Honey Boo Boo is dating a 20-year-old college student, a grown-ass man named Draylon Carswell, and they have been dating for about 6 months. Honey Boo Boo decided to go Instagram official. You know, when Instagram, back in the day when Instagram was working. Honey Boo Boo decided to go Instagram official with her boo, but she literally went official for a few minutes and snatched the photo back down. So I don't know why she only went official for a few minutes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Why did she snatch it? That was my question. What made her
Probably some comments rolled through that she probably...
because they slide in pretty fast.
They do. Now, for me, seeing Honey Boo Boo at 16, dating a 20-year-old man, a black man, I'm just going to say it, he's a black man, gave me a lot of pause. I had to pause for the cause. Number one, we are talking about a 20-year-old black man dating a 16-year-old white girl. History says this is going to end badly.
Yeah.
Just based off of history.
Yeah, true that. I'm hoping. I'm trying to think, like, what statutory rape laws down in Georgia?
Child, I don't even know, because Georgia
I
got
might
some
need
of
to pull that up. I need to pull it up because I think most of them are like 16, right?
Yeah, about 16. But in the
under the age of 16 is Georgia. I just pulled it up. It's anyone under the age of 16. So I guess it's legal.
Dang. But in the grand scheme of things, when you look at Honey Boo Boo's family,
yeah,
we talking about Mama June, Pumpkin, Sugar Daddy. What's his name?
Sugarfoot.
Sugar Bear. Sugarfoot.
Sugarfoot on them. Man, listen.
That damn Sugar Bear.
Yes, man.
And Mama June spent all that money, let them people pay for her to lose all that weight, and then she ended up becoming a meth crackhead and losing all her teeth and going to damn jail.
That's a whole mess.
She let one boyfriend molest one of her girls. So in the grand scheme of things, when you look at this family as a whole, Brother Draylen may be a refuge for 16-year-old Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah, that's true that.
As much as I don't like it, all I can say is not my child.
Yeah, listen. Ain't that how you be? Just be like, ain't my baby.
Not my baby. Because honestly, that's what you get. I mean, if we want to get all the way down to it, this ain't even none of our business.
Nah, straight up. Facts. Facts.
This ain't I'm going to pray for that black man. I'm going to pray for that black man that he don't end up behind somebody's bars.
Yeah, straight up.
Or in somebody's courtroom.
In the state of Georgia.
So, okay. All right. But Honey Boo Boo was recently featured in Teen Vogue, and she said that she doesn't have any friends. She said
That's
because...
sad.
It is sad, especially considering her family home life, everything she's dealt with her mother publicly at that.
She's 16, you're supposed to have friends.
You're supposed to have friends. She never really had a real childhood because she was always plastered on reality TV because they were pushing her into those pageants. And I don't know. A part of me feels sorry for her. But if I'm going to come up off of my high horse, all I'm going to say is in the part of town I grew up in, a 16-year-old running around with a 20-year-old wasn't uncommon.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, let me see what the statutory rape laws are real quick. I mean, it's not even in my neighborhood. So, I mean, I'm not saying that it was right, but it was common.
I'm just saying as a parent, it may not necessarily be what I want for my own child, but child, Honey Boo Boo's boo is a grown-ass man, so more power to them.
Yeah. We want to pay for that brother, though, like you said. I'm just sitting here thinking like, yeah.
Okay. Well, moving right along. So, you guys know Cardi B welcomed her son on September 4th. And her second child with her husband, Offset. And Cardi B, Cardi catches a lot of nonsense. She's heavily criticized. Some things, like Chica, are unprovoked, and other things are Cardi now. Cardi now. Yeah. Look, Belle Khalees. So some things, but in this particular situation, I love those moments when Cardi is just being herself. She's comfortable in her skin. I don't know. I just love these little tender moments that we get from Cardi. Okay. And I think in most cases, Cardi's always on the defense. Yeah. She's defending a rumor. Yep. She's defending somebody saying something about her man, about her music, about her videos, about her kids, But I love those tender moments. And she had a tender moment last week on social media when she talked about how, not even talked about, she kind of dispelled a lot of rumors, postpartum rumors about her body. Okay. Because a lot of her fans were asking her, like, girl, did you get your stomach done? Did you get your butt and your thighs done after you had the baby? You'll be really surprised what some folks be asking people. So she went on her Instagram story and she was like, listen, she was like, I didn't have any surgeries done after my baby. She was like, because you can't do that. She was like, listen, I pose like this. She was like, but my stomach really looked like this. And then she she was like, I still have belly fat. I still got the pouch right here. And she was like, I just stand this way. And then she started telling new moms to take their time getting back to their bodies because social media has created this damn snapback culture, and I am so sick and tired of it. People will have babies, and they hopping on social media to show you they snap back before they show you Lil Junior or Lil Karen.
Yeah, that's so true.
Snap back, 3 days postpartum, girl, if you don't sit down before you have a setback, some of y'all too young to know what a setback is. Some of y'all too young to know about a setback. You better sit down before you have a setback.
You're healing and you're worried about getting your body back there. And I understand, your body goes through crazy change, and especially some women that have really, really, that are really serious about their body image. But at the same time, like, heal. You just had a baby too. Let's celebrate the baby.
Because I was mortified that Cardi is over in France doing Paris Fashion Week. And I'm like, it ain't even been a full month since she delivered the baby.
Yeah.
And she also shared that she lost a lot of blood during her delivery. So I'm concerned about her health. But the thing about Cardi, when she says she's going to do something, she sticks to her obligations to the best of her ability. But my only concern is that Cardi B pushed back court dates because she said she needed to be at home with her newborn son and breastfeeding her newborn son. And now sis is at Paris Fashion Week giving them all the fashions and all the postpartum poses. And if a lawyer or a judge catches wind of that, that may not end well.
You're Cardi B. A judge is going to catch wind of that. I like that.
You like, look, that's when you get close to the mic like, what you mean a judge ain't going to catch wind of that? Like, yeah, you got a point. I was trying to be.
No, I know, but I'm just like, that's like when you have to be a little, you have to think. You got to think. You got to think. You got to think.
Yeah. She giving them fashions, but that judge may give her hell when she get back to these United States of America.
You might as well just get that over with. Get that out your life.
Yeah, man.
Get that out your life.
I was like,
you are an amazing, talented,
Did she forget she told the judge?
Right? Probably. Sometimes that's what happens when you're a public figure too, though. You're under a microscope.
You can't even move in silence.
No, you
like
can't.
A G in lasagna.
It's impossible. Now it's impossible.
Yeah.
It really is.
Karla, before we move into this Little Fizz and Omarion story, I just want to take a moment to alert drivers. As much as I love TikTok be giving...
Speaking of shutting down.
Okay. TikTok is a cesspool of challenges.
Ridiculous.
And I'm here for the little Normani challenge. I'm here for all the little dancing challenges. I'm here for boom, 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 boom. I'm here for all of that. But when y'all come up with the lug nut challenge, where y'all go out and take lug nuts off of people's wheels, insane. And who, just tell me who walks out to their car and say, let me check the lug nuts before I get on the road.
Isn't this crazy?
Nobody.
And that's the thing. Like it's who comes up with it? Why? What is the end goal?
What's the end goal? What satisfaction do you get out of damn near killing an unsuspected driver because their wheel flies off of their car while they're driving on a highway because you thought it was kiki, ha ha, funny to take the lug nuts off of a car as part of a TikTok challenge? Karla, some of these younger kids, they touched in their heads.
Yeah, they are. I told you it's a dark place. We talked about it the other day privately. I was introduced to like a really dark place on TikTok, and it frightened me. It frightened me for like our kids, the stuff that they're obsessed with, the people that they're obsessed with, the things that, I'm in my area. I don't know if it's hit your area, but the Devious Licks Challenge literally hit our districts around here already.
Absolutely. I got a letter from Destiny School last week.
But I mean, they already like started damaging like the district around here. They took the toilet seat, they took a door, like, yeah. And the thing is, you're taking school districts already have trouble with money, right?
Yep.
So now you're going to destroy it. I don't know. I feel a certain type of way about TikTok, but I'll save that for a private conversation. But
I feel you.
I feel like the cons outweigh the pros at this point.
At Destiny School, the Devious Licks Challenge resulted in them having their bathroom shut down because students were literally stealing the sinks.
Yeah.
Where are you going with a sink?
Crazy. It's nuts.
Where are you going with a sink?
It's
just to show it off.
Yeah.
But it's so funny. Speaking of TikTok, I saw this one TikTok where this teacher said, apparently there's another TikTok challenge of students slapping teachers.
That's not going to last long.
So this one particular teacher said, I just want to let you know that whether you know it or not, baby, and it was funny because it was a Caucasian woman. She said most of teachers my age grew up on Pastor Troy, Lil Boosie. I was like, oh, I was screaming. She said Pastor Troy, Lil Boosie, 3-6 Mafia. She said,
oh my gosh.
She said, you could try to smack me if you want to, but I guarantee. She said, I guarantee. What she say? I'm willing to risk it all the moment you smack me across my face.
That's what I'm saying. They not playing. Ain't nobody. Listen, that will not last long. In certain districts, I can tell you that right now, it's not going to last.
Smack a
not
teacher.
having it.
Smack
I'm telling
a
you
teacher.
right now, a teacher or not, I'll smack the dog shit out of somebody's kid.
Wait, is this the same Karla that said kids are off limit?
No, but you're
it's a whole different situation now.
But you put in your hands, and we're talking about. All right, now this is what I will say. This is what I'll say. Let's put this out there. I'm not hitting anyone's kid, but if you are as big as I am, and you put your hands on me, I'm defending my damn self. Period.
Your Honor, I thought he was a grown man. Your Honor.
Straight up. Her voice sounded like she was 30. I'm just saying. Like, just that's a whole physical. That's different. That's different. But and the reason I'm saying on a serious note, this is the type of things like for what? It ain't gonna land you but two places.
Yep.
Jail, or you may end up dead. Because guess what? Them teachers got sons.
Yep.
They got husbands. Some people don't take. Listen, it's 2021. People not taking shit lightly. That's all I'm saying.
And they got licenses to carry.
That's all I'm saying. All right. I ain't condoning it.
Listen, I'll be right in court. Your Honor, I thought she was a grown ass woman. She wear a triple double D and a girdle. What was I supposed to think?
She's like, God, that bitch named Gladys. Ain't no way she a minor. I'm just saying, yo, I'm saying that smacking is like you know what it feel like to get smacked, like, and you don't expect it to. Nah, you won't have me on TikTok. You won't have my ass going viral.
Wait, you know when you get smacked unexpectedly, your eyes start watering.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, I don't have no glasses on. Yo, the worst is somebody smack your glass. I got contacts on. You got somebody smack your glasses on.
I'm gonna beat
Gladys' ass. All the
ass.
kids that actually try that. Yeah.
I'm beating Gladys' ass. Y'all got me. And I'm gonna let Chica talk about her.
Yo, you wow. Man, listen.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna need y'all to stop that shit though. Seriously.
Yes,
don't
please.
smack no teachers. Like, chill. Go to school and learn.
Leave the appliances alone.
Your word.
Stupid ass kids. It's get on my nerves.
Listen, they gonna have us, man. They gonna be like, IPC though. Y'all hear how they was talking about the kid?
Yeah.
That's when somebody chop it up.
That's when social workers pop up at my house like, we're here to check on Destiny. We heard there was a particular podcast where you were threatening bodily harm to minors. Shortly after a segment called Honey Boo Boo's Boo or something. Yeah, all right.
Yo, dumb.
I literally told Destiny today, I said, thank God that you haven't been put in a situation or that you aren't being bullied or kids trying to fight you, because you'll be right on here like, hey guys,
hey guys. Hey guys. My mom. That's her generation. Y'all already know her generation is hey guys.
Yep.
Yeah, that is so funny. Yeah. We had to run it. Nah, you ain't going out like that. We not going out like that.
No, we not.
I don't think that'll last though, honestly. At the end of this out, I don't think that's a challenge. I don't think that'll last.
Yeah, I sincerely, I mean, we've heard cases of kids severely burning themselves, setting themselves on fire, damn near killing themselves and all with these challenges. Y'all just use your thinking caps. If you're of school age, use your thinking cap. Remember that thing, that imaginary thing you would put on before you had a really thoughtful task? Use your thinking caps. God, dog.
Girl,
all right.
Gotta pray for him.
Got to pray for him. So Karla.
Yes.
Lil Fizz.
Yeah.
Done apologize.
Yeah, man.
To Omarion for his messy relationship with April Jones.
Wow. How many years? That's what first question. Because I saw it.
Okay.
I got a couple of things to say about it. But
all right.
How long I couldn't think of how many years it had been.
How many years It was
since he started, like when him and April initially started dating. I can't remember.
Okay, so Omarion and April dated.
No, not Omarion, April. Fizz and April.
Fizz and April linked up, I believe, 2019.
Okay.
But Omarion and April dated for 4 years, never married, dated for 4 years, welcomed 2 children, Mega and Aime. And then their relationship just vanished.
Yeah.
And if you let April tell it, April said Omarion just put her in an ice box where his heart used to be. Like, she alluded to the fact that he didn't give her any explanations. He just was like, I'm out, I'm done. Distanced himself from her, whatever, left her in the cold with a thin sweater. So while she's standing out there in the cold with the thin sweater, here come Lil Fizz with a Sherlin jacket. A Sherlin jacket wrapped in penis. And so he brings it on over, and to me, I don't know what happened between Little Fizz and Omarion. A lot of times we see these groups, they get money, they grow up together.
Yeah.
They get money together. And we assume that they have a brotherhood-like friendship or a brotherhood-like connection. And sometimes the older they get, they can't stand each other and they just collectively kicking it for a check.
That's true.
You about to say something? I can see something.
Yeah, because I was wondering, like, you just gave me like a thought, like, was there always a brotherhood there, or is that just a perception that we have? Because a lot of times they come from different. If you look at a lot of these boy groups or whatever, or how they're put together, they come from different areas. They don't. I've seen groups where they come from different states, or they'll just bring in somebody at the end, and it's like they're actually strangers. So it's a business thing, and like I think us as fans, we like the perception is created for us to believe that, but I don't know if it's always the case.
Yeah, you're right about that. If you have not seen this apology, pause this podcast right now. Go to icecreamconvos.com and watch Little Fizz apologize to Omarion on stage in the middle of the Millennium Tour. It was Omarion's set, and Raz B is standing on stage. Little Fizz is on stage, and Little Fizz gives a public apology to Omarion. And says he's apologizing for the snake shiznit that he's done to Omarion. His words were, I did some effed up shiznit to my brother, some snake shit. I'm not proud, man. So I want to say here publicly, I sincerely apologize to you for any type of dysfunction I caused you and your family. Now, while that sounds real sweet and nice and things, you know, when you rewind back to 2019 and watch the way Little Fizz and April flaunted this relationship in the streets of social media, in the streets of reality TV, they were featured as a couple on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood season 6.
Yep.
Okay. There was a clip, and if you
came back on something recently, right?
Yeah. And it's funny because, listen, let me tell y'all something. Little Fizz gives homeless vibes. He does. Like, he gives, real rap raw. He gives homeless vibes. Little Fizz, you know how they say,
like go off a pillar. Go ahead.
Pillar to post. Pillar to post.
Okay.
So he's with April, right?
Yeah.
I believe he moved in with April. Then when him and April broke up, then he popped up with this one girl, this weird girl. I don't even know who she is or whatever. Ended up on marriage boot camp with her. Remember the girl he ended up on marriage boot camp with?
Okay.
And then at the end they were like, well, we're not really in a relationship. We just here. Like what? Fizz
true that.
Is pillar to post.
Yeah. I got you. I didn't even think about it like that. I forgot. He is. Crazy part is like, what triggered you to do it now? And the Millennium Tour, they're on that tour? Like
to my understanding, they are not on the tour. That was a particular stop, and it was like, hey, let's have. I personally feel like, and I haven't talked to anybody behind the scenes, but I'm going to tell you what it looks like to me using my third eye and my years of experience. It looks like the Millennium Tour was coming into that particular date. When Little Fizz and April were doing their foo la la and all in the streets, all in Omarion's face, and he was being the king of unbothered. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He was being the Prince of Peace and the King of Unbothered, right? He didn't care about what they had going on.
Right.
And they were steady. And I believe April did it on purpose because nothing hurt somebody like smashing a homie. Okay.
Yeah.
So they were doing all this. At the time, Little Fizz like, hey, it was giving, I always liked you. And that you was my man's girl. I always liked you. Now I can jump in your drawers, right?
Exactly.
Because if I'm Omarion, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You've been in my face. You at family functions, kicking it with me and the kids and kicking it with April. And the minute that I moonwalk out the picture, now you over here in my old house in the bed with my old girl, kicking it with my kids, right?
Yep.
So it was giving, I always liked you or always wanted to hit, got my opportunity, boom. For April, it's giving, you don't want me, but your mans do, boom. Right?
Yeah.
So they had their little stupid, and it came across so childish and so stupid.
It was.
And everybody
so
knew
obvious.
it.
Yeah.
Everybody knew it wasn't going to last.
Yeah.
We all hit our stopwatches like, we all hit our stopwatches like, how long this going to last? 6 months.
Exactly.
6 months. So Fizz, why you thought you was the king and y'all milked it, y'all got reality TV out of it, y'all got on all the blogs, y'all got on
couple of dollars out of it.
But then Omarion announced the Millennium Tour.
Yeah. Without your ass.
Because now you at home sitting with Omarion's kids.
Yeah.
But remember at first, they did the tour and all of them were together.
Yeah, that was the first one.
But all of them were together and it was like, how weird is that going to be when April come? Because, but then when they got real nasty and ugly with Omarion was like, nope, I'm going to sit you right at home. Yeah. And that's when Fizz started getting clowned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he said Raz be home too.
Yeah, he did. Well,
but Raz showed out.
We got to pray for Raz.
Yeah, Raz been through a lot. But Raz showed out when they did try to take him on tour. Remember, he had the meltdown and then he just quit.
That's why I said we got to pray for him. He got so many different mental issues he's battling, I think.
He does. And for Raz, it's not even funny.
I like Raz.
Yeah. Raz seems sincere.
He does.
He seems sincere even when his choices aren't the best.
Right.
Yeah. He falls into the hurt people category too.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
So now Lil Fizz ain't with April no more. So ain't no Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. And Omarion on this tour. Let me tell you something. Your money drying up will humble your ass real quick.
All day long.
Money drying up will humble your ass real quick.
Yep.
And I guess he figured, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to do a public apology because I was doing all this stupid nonsense with April thinking it was cute. And now I'm sitting here trying to get a payday loan till Friday. And
not a payday loan.
Maybe if I apologize, Omarion will forgive and let us, all get back on the tour together. And Raz be talking about real men apologize. Real men apologize. So he cheering it on like, come on, man.
They want to drop that out. Listen, they trying to drop that tour, that album. They trying to do something.
They trying to bump.
Documentary. You stupid.
Bum. So my question to you, you're Omarion. Do you forgive?
You forgive, of course, but you don't forget. And Omarion, if I'm correct, Omarion is a fellow Scorpio like myself.
Okay.
And he's definitely not. He's forgiven him. He forgave him, but he'll never ever forget it.
So
you gotta forgive him. He forgave him now.
Yeah.
He's in such a state that you gotta remember how Omarion. I feel like Omarion found that space where his peace is.
He found his Shondo.
I truly believe so.
But did he find it with April?
He's very wise.
Did he find it with April? Because April said Omarion be serving her with court papers every 6 weeks.
We don't know what be really going. Listen, you never know.
I want to know. I really want to. He's not going to say it. He's not going to tell it. But I really want to know why Omarion just did his little moonwalk up out of that relationship with April. Now, I know April can be a lot because, I've watched April literally try to give her poontang to, what's the little fine one, Ryan from Black Ink Crew Chicago. Yep. She literally offered him some poontang.
We don't know what happened. We don't know. Until because it's like they say his story, her story, and then the truth. Because he never spoke. All we can go off of is it looks like he just left, but we don't know if he was giving signal signs, warning her. Sometimes people just don't know how to. They were young too. They don't know how to, exit a relationship. You'll never
And then,
know.
the thing
He's a very
is,
private guy.
And the thing is, Omarion has not been romantically linked to another woman since he left April.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch,
You know what?
April was offering it to the game.
Man.
April gave it to Fizz. She offered it to
Yeah,
Ryan, and I'm sure Ryan took it when the cameras
She
went
got
off.
embarrassing at one point. I felt
It did get embarrassing. It did. And so for me, I think Omarion and all of his Shondell, her behavior, especially being the mother of his daughter, made him have even more disdain for her.
You think he has disdain for her?
Yeah. She said she gets served every 6 weeks, court papers.
But we don't know, but that's her story.
Yeah, that's her version.
And we don't know.
That is her version.
I mean, I don't know either. He may, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. That's always going to be a mystery, right?
Somebody said when Lil Fizz was on stage apologizing to Omarion, April was home swinging at the air. I said she was not at home. She was at Dr. Dre's house. Get it right. She was swinging in a mansion, swinging at the air in a mansion. Get it right. She was at Dr. Dre's house.
I know that's right.
Shoot.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I don't know though. We'll never know. That'll be always be that mystery. But I'm just happy that Fizz did. At the end of the day, I'm glad he apologized on whether he gets forgiven or not. He needed to get that off his chest because that shit was wrong.
Yeah,
it was wrong.
It was wrong.
Regardless, you talking about, and then he was saying shit like, "That ain't my brother. We was never close like that." Yeah, just admit that you man up, admit you was wrong.
Listen,
and then go on.
That cootie cat had you out here acting stupid.
Yeah, dude, they on an ego.
Listen, Oaktown 357 said it best. Juicy got him crazy. Listen, Oaktown 357 try to tell y'all. All right, so since we're talking relationship talk and some messy mess, can we slide through Philly real quick? West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Oh gosh,
on the playground.
Yes,
Will Smith,
the Smiths,
the Smithises.
Yes, the Smithises.
Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith stay trending for all of the wrong reasons. Yeah. Do you remember there was a time when they were considered couple goals? When people unknowingly...
That's true, but how did that start?
The same way all couples goals start. People look at this couple. They're good looking. They're successful. Right. They look like they have good sex.
Right.
They build an empire together. And black folks is like, that is couple goals. Couples goals. When you don't know the inner workings of that relationship, it's almost like looking at a Ferrari that don't have no damn engine in it.
I know that's right. Yep. That's
Rims.
That's a great analogy.
Shined up. Yeah. Whole nine. No engine in it.
Yeah. That's a great analogy.
And the older I get, the more I find out that how bad the Smith's car is. Transmission gone bad, radiator overheating, brake pads off. Like, y'all. And the thing is, for a very long time, Will and Jada kept their marriage under wraps. They just let us guess, draw our own conclusions, slide with whatever rumors we wanted to slide with, tell whatever remix we wanted to. But
so
now,
they got in that one circle, and it got kind of hard to hide. You know what I'm talking about? That squad of couples, and that's when I think it got sticky.
That's when it got sticky, and I also think that red table. That damn red table.
Yeah.
Woo, that red table to be telling everything.
Yeah.
And so Will Smith recently did an interview featured in GQ magazine, and he talked about a lot of things. Let's be clear, because a lot of media outlets and a lot of headlines just basically was like, Will Smith confirms open marriage. Will Smith said he had affairs too. Will Smith said he wants a harem of girlfriends. And I'm like, okay. Will said a lot of stuff in that interview, but guess what? We ain't care about all the other stuff.
Right.
We want to get to the juicy, got him crazy. So basically, I saw a lot of people egregiously reporting this to make it salacious. But at the end of the day, Will Smith said, listen, we have an unconventional marriage. Duh, Will learned. We already know that by now.
Right.
Okay. And basically, the only thing that was shocking to me was that I was under the impression for a long period of time that he was the one who wanted all the foo-la-la and tomfoolery in their marriage. But he said it was Jada who always wanted an unconventional marriage. And now that I think about it, who wouldn't want an unconventional marriage when the love of their life is Tupac Shakur, and anytime he come to town, I get around. Step up, step up, round and round, round we go. I get around.
That's right. Word, like that's that you said that's not surprising though, because I like Jada run that whole like Jada wears the pants in the marriage anyway, so I've always felt like you don't get that vibe from her.
Yeah,
you don't get that vibe.
Yeah, I just wasn't expecting you to say it out loud, but let's go. We here now.
I'm just saying, right? Listen, so I'm like she control I just figure that she control a little bit of everything, so that makes sense. Usually we think the male, we always think, but in this situation, like any other situation, we'd be like, nah, that's the man's idea. But in this particular situation, I'm not really surprised that Jada was the one.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just got an alert from Facebook. Wait a minute. We back.
I told you. I told you it wouldn't last.
Okay. Let's carry on. We back. We back, bees. We back.
Hey, they weren't going to have it down for so long. You got to remember, there are like multi-billion-dollar businesses that rely on Facebook too. Facebook is a multi-billion-dollar business itself. You think they was going to? Man, listen.
Let me tell you how the streets of Twitter probably clearing out like the police sprayed mace right now.
If I Twitter, I'll be like, all right, Twitter gonna have something for y'all the next time y'all try to slide over there.
Now, Karla, what's the irony that while we are live recording this podcast, I just received an email from my daughter's school. Superintendent's message, social media concerns.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they have to address it. But you know what? The school's doing everything they can. It's the parents we have to deal with it. I just had this conversation with a couple staff members at my son's school, and they're putting a lot of pressure on them for things that they have no control over after the bell rings. Like, come on.
Yep.
We got to step up as parents. But yeah, you're going to see a lot of that because it's getting worse. We've already had a couple threats with our district.
Wow.
Yeah, it's, you know.
All right. So back to Willard and Jada. So let me just wrap this up pretty quickly. Listen, Will confirmed they have an unconventional marriage. We already knew that.
Right.
What I didn't know that it was Jada's idea. But then Will went on to share how he has been taking intimacy therapy. Like, just it's the one lesson. Let me just say this. The one lesson you can pull out of Will and Jada Pinkett Smith's marriage is we had the game totally effed up when it came to them. You stop looking at couples on the outside thinking that they got it all together.
No couple doesn't have it all together. There's no such thing as and I think that's the problem.
No couple has it all together, but Karla, full transparency, I had no idea the Smiths was as warped as they are, though.
I guess I never put that much, like, I always liked them, but I never, like, put them on like this. I don't know. I guess I look at all couples like everybody got problems. Everybody has problems. True. And I know one thing it seemed like, and I wish we could get into the Akon thing because I totally love Akon right now. Because
go ahead. Let's slide into Akon. Go ahead.
You saw where Akon made the comment? Basically, he said rich people got more money, more problems. That's what he basically said, and it looked like he got a lot of backlash and people were offended. And I love, like, shout out to Akon because they came back to him again. And he said, no, I'm not backing down, but I will reiterate for those. Basically, he didn't say that, but basically what he was saying was like, when it comes to money, things are introduced. Your environment changes, people change that used to be one way and then they're another. Like everything's focused on you now, so the pressure becomes. So I think, like, even getting back to like the Smiths, right? I always look at the pressure was on them because they are like the Smiths. Like you're talking about Will Smith, you're talking about Jada Pinkett. So I always looked at it like they gotta have problems. Like they have to have problems because they're a normal couple too. But then they have all of this stuff. Like we have husbands. So imagine now being in the public eye with the problems we already got added with rich people problems. Like it's a different
rumors, everything. Just last week, Daz, Karla, get your boy Daz. Get your boy Daz.
Oh, yeah.
Daz put out a rumor, and I'm going to say he put it out because I literally watched the words fall out of his mouth, that Jada Pinkett Smith was carrying on an entanglement with Chris Kelly, the late Chris Kelly of Criss Cross when he was underage.
Why would he do that?
And the thing is, I didn't bother to report on it for a number of reasons. Number one, it's unsubstantiated. Like it's nothing until Jada sit down at the red table with Will sitting across from her looking like he didn't have no sleep all night. And secondly, you speaking on a man who is no longer here.
He can't even defend himself. Yeah.
And I mean, he's no longer here. And you speaking on that man. And on top of that, he said that Jada brought him drugs. She came to a hotel room to bring him.
Looking for attention for?
What's the purpose? What was the reason?
Yeah, exactly.
What was the reason?
Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah,
he
what
a
was
wild
his
boy.
goal? What was he like? What's his end game?
I'm thinking he was high on the drugs that he claimed Jada brought to Chris Kelly. Because it was almost like, just why?
Yeah.
What for?
I don't know. I that was so out of like left field. Like sometimes I think people just want to be heard.
Yeah, seen and heard.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Okay, but listen. At the end of the day, let Will and Jada Pinkett Smith live their life and marriage how they see fit. I think that we still get I'm just surprised at this point. We're still surprised by whatever comes out.
I know, and I don't get it. And you know what I think too? That's the pressure. Like the word perfect, right? I think perfect is subjective because everybody's perfect is something different. So I feel like it's so much pressure on them, just like it's pressure on Beyonce and Jay-Z. Like it's so much pressure. They have issues. They argue. They go through it just like the rest of us. And I feel like how could we put all this weight on them? And I mean, I get it, admiring them, but I think sometimes we put too much pressure as fans. And
girl, listen, if y'all found out my husband was cheating on me and I stayed with him, y'all would call me a stupid B.
Yeah.
Beyonce is a strong black woman who decided to choose her marriage over everything else.
Yep. And that's why it's such a double standard. Yeah, it's
okay.
That's fact. That's the truth, though. That's true. That is very true.
So it's just perception. And also, one last thing I want to just bring to this. People will look at this and digest it and connect to it based off of where they are in life.
Yeah.
Where you are mentally,
true.
Where you are physically, where you are in your life, where you want to be, what you want to do, what you want to accomplish. That's how you relate to the stuff that you see in other people.
That's true. That is very true. That's you said it perfectly.
Because if home for you is fantastico, you don't give a damn who Will and Jay sleeping with.
Yeah, that is so true. You better tell it.
You'll just look at him and go, like Kanye.
Yes.
So,
that is well said. Seriously.
It just comes in, and that boils down to all this stuff. You know, when we, especially dealing with celebrities or people, notable people, public eye, and all that. It's just you digest them and perceive them based off of where you are mentally, physically, and in your own life.
Yes, that is so true. That is very true. Y'all need to listen to that because some of y'all go way too far with it.
Ooh, child. All right, Karla. So let's take another quick break, and when I come back, let's wrap up the show discussing the Barry Washington Jr. case, and then let's skedaddle on out of here because Facebook is back up, baby. I got some stuff to post. All right, guys, we will be right back. Okay, guys, so we are back for the last session of the ICC podcast, and I want to talk about this case out of Bend, Oregon. It is about Barry Washington Jr. For those of you unfamiliar, Barry Washington Jr. is a 22-year-old man. He was out night with friends at a bar in Bend, Oregon, and he saw a Caucasian woman, and he was feeling liking what he saw, and he I guess, complimented her, tried to ask her out. She politely declined. And from there, apparently, now I'm reading there's multiple different accounts of what happened. Of course, the only account I care about is Barry's, and Barry isn't here to give it to me. So
sad.
Just surface level reporting. Barry complimented this young lady, and she politely turned him down. They said he was not disrespectful, rude any other way. Her fiance, boyfriend, whomever, his name is Ian Mackenzie Cranston, 27-year-old white male. There was some type of altercation. He pulled out a gun and shot and killed 22-year-old Barry Washington.
That's sad.
For trying to holler at his girl.
That's sad.
Now, that's not as if that wasn't bad enough. After they shot and killed Barry outside this club, they continued to party. Video was taken, hearing people laugh, continue to party going. As he lay there needing help, no one attempted to call the police. No one gave one single solitary damn. Bend, Oregon is very known for their bendy racism. And so much so that when I wrote this story on my site, someone commented and said he got what he deserved.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And of course, fake email address and all that other stuff that I couldn't, check out the IP address.
Right.
But just another case is so eerily similar to Emmett Till, with the complimenting of a white woman, whistling at a white woman. That was the Emmett Till story. In 2021, here we go. Still.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad because, like, if this is, I read it, but I didn't realize the town. I don't know how I missed that piece. That the town was like a racially, because before I got that piece, I was going to say, like, we see it happen all the time. Whether I see black on black do it. It just happened last night.
Wow.
Got killed over a girl. But now that you said it was a racist town, that kind of changes a little bit, because, and then you said they party afterwards, so that makes sense. Like, all right, well, he was left there like a dog, but I hope that he gets whatever he deserves. But it's very similar to Emmett Till, very, very similar, and it's like that whole history repeats itself thing is so true.
Well, listen to this. So after Ian shot and killed Barry, he was initially charged, I believe, with second-degree murder. Okay. And was released hours later the same day.
Released or bailed out?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I just saw I saw the word released.
Okay.
So
If it's released, that's released. Yeah. Wow.
I'm not sure. He may have been bailed out or something of that nature, but it took a uprising in the community, from the black community, to say, what the fuck y'all doing out here?
Like, he was released then. Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? So then he was indicted, second-degree murder, first-degree manslaughter, first-degree assault, 2 counts of unlawful use of a weapon. So now he is back in jail.
Good. He deserves to be.
Yeah, he was rearrested. He is back in jail. But, you hear cases like this, and the only reason why I'm reporting on this case is because I want all eyes and all ears on this case. We cannot let this one slip through the cracks.
No.
One alternate version of the story is that Barry hit Ian, there was a fight, so on and so forth. Okay. If there was a fight, all right, fight it out. But the district attorney said Barry was shot in the back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's no excuse. The only reason I'm saying that, and I'm not making excuses, is because the way these stand your ground laws are set up, I'm glad, like, I don't want to say I'm glad it was in the back, but that's where you got to go with us anymore. Like, and even that sometimes isn't enough. Yeah.
So he was shot in the back.
Wow. Yeah, that's so sad.
Yeah. So my sincerest prayers goes out to Barry Washington Jr.'s family. Please visit icecreamconvos.com, because there is a link to the GoFundMe that was established by Barry's family to raise money for his, to fight this legally.
Okay.
So we definitely want to support these families when they need our financial support, to fight these battles, because this right here is utterly ridiculous. This young man was 22 years old. He hadn't even been living there that long, to my knowledge. And this town needs to have their white hoods snatched off.
Yeah,
of them now.
and there's so many of them exist just like that.
So many exist. So this town needs to have their skirt pulled up and the hood snatched off. So with that being said, we send our sincerest condolences and prayers to Barry Washington Jr.'s family. We pray that Ian Mackenzie Cranston gets everything that he has coming to him, whether it be in court or in cell block D.
Yes.
And, I'm just so tired of these type of stories. I'm just so tired.
Yeah.
So tired.
You just gotta pray. Like it's that's all you can kind of do. And then as a community, like I don't know, wherever you live at, you got to figure out what you can do to step up. It starts. Yeah. It starts there. Honestly, and all situations, all violent situations. This is a racial situation, but I'm just saying that like right now, it's just really violent right now. It's just a lot of violence going on. So.
I didn't think it was possible for people to value life even less than they did before, but
I know.
Yeah, it's evident.
It's horrible. It's a disgrace. But like you said, we got to draw to attention. Like these are the stories that you got to constantly put in the faces. You can't let them forget. And we do that sometimes.
My challenge is between like, I want to get away from this type of stuff, give my audience somewhere to go where they can get away from this type of stuff. But then I also have a responsibility
to bring awareness.
As a Black woman, as a mother of a son who is 29 years old, I have a responsibility. So, with that being said, visit icecreamconvos.com to get the scoop on all of these stories. And, when you see Barry's face, Lord, when you see his face, that's just enough to break your heart.
I know, yeah.
When you see his face, so
yeah.
So, and also before I go, let's get into some TV. Let me try to lift the spirit real quick. Lift the spirit, lift it up. Dave Chappelle. By the time you listen to this, his new stand-up comedy special, The Closer, will be streaming on Netflix. By the time you listen to this podcast,
okay.
On My Block, the 4th and final season of On My Block is now streaming on Netflix. Girl,
I know, right? I think I gotta. Do I have to catch up? Did I watch last season? I know. I love Monse.
Oh, the 4th and final season of On My Block. And BMF is now on Stars. We are up to episode 2, so we are rocking and rolling with BMF, and they have already received a season 2 renewal after the first episode aired. But that's kind of like a no-brainer because, BMF has a story to tell.
Right.
You weren't going to tell all of it in no one season. So we already knew that. But congratulations. And I am excited because this week I will be interviewing... You want to guess who I'm interviewing this week?
Who you interviewing?
I am interviewing... Should I tell or should it be a surprise? What do you think? Should I tell it?
No, I think you should tell it.
Okay, I'm interviewing Omar J. Dorsey.
Hey,
Hollywood from Queen Sugar. So I will be interviewing Omar J. Dorsey about the new Halloween Kills film, which comes out on October 15th. Okay. So later on tonight, I'm supposed to get the screener so I can watch it. So I will be interviewing him on Thursday.
Awesome. Can't wait.
Yeah. So more than likely, if the interview goes well and everything, I'm going to grab the audio and just make it a special podcast episode.
Okay.
And just drop that for you guys over the weekend. And then we'll reconvene on Monday, the 11th, to talk all about it. Okay.
Awesome.
So just real quick, again, happy anniversary, Karla. Happy anniversary to
boo.
us.
Yes.
And I just want to give a sincere thanks to all of our ICC friends who have been rocking and rolling with us for 11 years strong. 1E1, as Cameron would say. It's our 1E1 anniversary.
Yes.
So 11 years. I never in a million years would have thought we would be here, but this is where we
11 more. Let's get it in.
Yes, absolutely. So Karla, I just thank you for being the best co-anchor in this thing, going through this thing, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Thank you for having me and being the best hostess.
Oh, thank you, girl. Thank you, girl.
Planet. You already know.
I feel like being like,
thank you for
love so many things.
Yeah, shout out 215. Shout out to Philly Music. So, and I love how you made sure you. I love how you made sure you hear the music.
Hold on, child. I done laughed so hard I snatched my headphones off. Okay. Ooh, that was a good laugh. I snatched my headphones off. Okay, guys. So until next time, stay safe. No TikTok challenges. Watch your surroundings. Stay in out of unconventional things. Don't mess with the homie's girl. If you had a baby, take your time with your snapback. And I think that's all. Is that all?
Yeah, just mask up and please stop them challenges, because if you smack me, I'm gonna smack your ass back. I'm telling you, kid and no kid.
That's word to Chica. F them kids. All right, guys. ICC.
We all we got.
Peace.
We all.
Fuck them kids.
Ice cream conversation. Ice cream conversation.